Three headlines dominated this week. Apple could make iPhones up to 20% more expensive. AI can now control your browser and complete tasks on its own. And parts of Europe are literally shutting down under record-breaking heat. At first, these stories seem completely unrelated, but they're all connected by one thing. The world is changing faster than most people realize. Let's start with Wall Street. Markets sold off hard this week, wiping billions from investors' portfolios. But the falling stock prices weren't the biggest story. The real warning signs were hiding underneath. Apple is facing new tariffs, and instead of absorbing those costs, the company is expected to pass them directly to consumers. Some analysts believe certain iPhone models could become as much as 20% more expensive if the tariffs remain in place. That isn't just an Apple problem. It's a sign of something much bigger. Global supply chains are becoming more expensive, geopolitical tensions are rising, and consumers are starting to feel the impact, or any. At the same time, another trend is accelerating. The Mac Mini has quietly become one of the hottest computers for AI developers. Why? Because it's powerful enough to run many AI models locally without relying on expensive cloud services. Demand has exploded, and in many places, supplies are struggling to keep up. While hardware is becoming more valuable, AI itself is evolving even faster. For years, AI answered questions. Now it's starting to perform actions. Projects like OpenClaw's Clawbot don't simply generate text. They can open websites, click buttons, navigate pages, fill out forms, and complete tasks directly inside your browser. That's a major shift. We're moving from AI assistants to AI agents. Imagine asking an AI to book a flight, compare prices, order groceries, or complete hours of online work while you do something else. It's incredibly powerful, but it also introduces entirely new risks. Security researchers warn that giving AI control over a web browser creates new opportunities for phishing attacks, accidental purchases, privacy leaks, and unauthorized actions. The technology is advancing rapidly, but many experts believe our security systems haven't caught up. And AI isn't stopping there. AI is beginning to appear everywhere. Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses continue gaining momentum, showing that wearable AI is becoming more practical instead of just another gadget. Apple is also reportedly adjusting its long-term chip strategy to focus even more heavily on AI performance. The race to build better AI hardware has become one of the biggest battles in technology. Meanwhile, the broader economy remains under pressure. Inflation is still around 4.1%, well above the Federal Reserve's long-term goal of 2%. For nearly 5 years, inflation has remained stubbornly high. At the same time, household savings are shrinking, leaving many families with less financial cushion if prices continue rising. Because of that, some Federal Reserve officials are once again discussing the possibility of keeping interest rates higher for longer, or even raising them further if inflation refuses to cool. But inflation isn't happening in isolation. Global events are making the situation even more complicated. Markets aren't reacting only to economic data. They're reacting to uncertainty. Ongoing geopolitical tensions, trade disputes, and conflicts continue disrupting global markets. Now, one of the biggest concerns is the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil shipping routes. Any disruption there immediately raises fears about energy supplies, causing oil prices to spike and adding more inflationary pressure around the world. And while markets worry about oil, Europe is dealing with another crisis. A powerful heat wave pushed temperatures above 44 degrees Celsius in parts of France, forcing authorities to issue emergency warnings. Power grids came under pressure as millions relied on air conditioning. Schools closed across parts of England and Wales because of extreme temperatures. Spain, Italy, Germany, and several other countries also experienced dangerous heat conditions, with officials urging people to stay indoors whenever possible. climate, energy, inflation, technology, and AI, they're not separate stories anymore. They're becoming one story. This week wasn't just another news cycle. It showed how deeply connected our world has become. One decision on trade affects smartphone prices. One breakthrough in AI changes how we work. One conflict moves global energy markets. One heat wave strains entire countries. Technology is accelerating. Economics is shifting. Geopolitics is becoming more unpredictable. And all of it is happening at the same time. The question isn't whether the future is changing. It's whether we're ready for it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more deep dives into AI, technology, business, and the biggest stories shaping our future. And let me know in the comments, which story do you think will have the biggest impact over the next 5 years?